local people, local news and events, local sports, local matters. For all things Lloydminster area, this is Live with Kurt Price.
Hey, thanks for joining us here at the new Lloydminster Nissan, where you can get 0% financing on the incredibly popular Nissan Rogue, Sentra, or Nissan Kicks models. And a reminder that the new Lloydminster Nissan Service Department is now open on Saturdays from 9 to 1. Kathryn Edwards joins us today from Center Stage Studios, and we meet three local performers competing in the Canada West Performing Arts Competition later this week. Kadence Trachuk is here with us again. She was with us a couple of months ago. We had Kadence on the show. Natalie Simmons is here, sitting right beside me. And Lola Hickman makes her first appearance. Won't be her last on Live with Kurt Price. We've talked to her sisters before here at the new Lloydminster Nissan. So they're heading to Saskatoon, and we'll find out more about the competition and their talent today. Also, Verna Haight is here from LABIS to tell us about the LABIS Bones Tournament, which is coming up in August, and they are looking for teams. Superior Water specializes in nothing but water, and with over 22 years in the business, they're proud and confident that their water and their service is superior. For iron filters, water softeners, reverse osmosis distillers, chlorine removal, and H2S odor removal, give Superior Water a call, 780-875-6636, or you can stop and see them at their 57th Avenue location, right beside Sheepskin Loft, and stay hydrated with pure, clean water. I drink Superior Water because I like the taste. After all, it is superior water. We appreciate all Cupcakes for Caregivers nominations. We keep them all. And just last week, we delivered cupcakes to Natasha Cron, a pharmacist and certified diabetes educator at the Lloydminster District Co-op Pharmacy. So once again, congratulations, Natasha. To nominate a caregiver, just send an email to livewithkurtprice@gmail.com. Tell us a little bit or a lot about your caregiver, or in some cases, caregivers. Cupcakes for Caregivers is proudly brought to you by Sobeys Lloydminster and the Lloydminster and District United Way. This is Pride Week in Lloydminster. Joey Hurley is the vice chair of the 2S LGBTQIA+ Society of Lloydminster, and he told us there are lots of events planned for this week, including a chalk walk at the Grace United Church tonight from 6 to 8, and bingo tomorrow.
Wednesday, we've partnered with Fourth Meridian Brewery, and we're doing drag bingo with our local drag artist Naomi, which I'm pumped for. I've never actually been myself to a drag bingo, so I'm pumped to kind of check this out. And that's running from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m.
The 119th edition of the Vermilion Fair kicks off on Thursday with the Vermilion Parade, 11 a.m. Following that, you can head out to the fair at the Vermilion Ag Society. And Vermilion Ag Society President Nicole Polishchuk told us they continue to put agriculture first and foremost.
We've got a sheep show that is running Thursday and Friday. We have beef shows that run all 3 days. We have light horse or equine shows. There's a jumping show on Thursday, and then junior shows on the Friday, and then kind of open classes on the Saturday. And then we have, I think, probably a big draw for lots of people is the heavy horse shows. So we have some pretty amazing heavy horse hitches coming in. I think 2, maybe 3 big 6-horse hitches coming in.
It costs just $15 to get in for the day, or $30 for all 3 days, and $5 and under get in for free. Now, speaking of the Vermilion Fair, it is our chance to look back now on, in this case, the Vermilion Fair to 1996, which would have been the 90th anniversary of the Vermilion Fair in Lloydminster's Look Back Today.
Almost everyone in Vermilion turned out to watch the annual parade this morning. Local residents lined the streets and downtown rooftops to get a look at around 100 floats.
The streets were just lined with a lot of people. I think more than I've seen in the last few years. But it's good. Good weather. real good parade.
But this year marks a milestone for the community of Vermilion. This is the 90th anniversary of their fair.
We started in 1906 when a group of volunteers got together and put on the first fair, and 90 years later we're still doing it, and we're really pleased. It's a pretty special event for all of us.
Livestock shows, chuck wagon races, a trade fair, and of course the Midway make the fair an event everyone can enjoy. But residents say they come out for more than just entertainment.
Oh, it brings a lot of families back to town, and a lot of relatives come in, and it's just a real agriculture fair.
And organizers say it's the support of the community that has made it possible to reach 90 years.
Well, I think they care a great deal about the fair. We've had tremendous support this year, especially with our fireworks package. The community is helping us to sponsor it to make it just that much better than it has been in the past.
Arlie Stone has watched the fair change and grow. She hasn't missed the Vermilion event for 55 years.
Well, it's a great time to meet and greet the people that you haven't seen, to see the livestock come in. This is the part that I really enjoy, and of course the exhibits. It has gotten bigger and better every year. We've really expanded and the quality of the showmanship in the exhibits, and everything has improved.
But in the end, a fair is about having fun. And whether it's your 55th or your first visit to the fair, it brings out the kid in everyone.
Of course, when you have grandchildren, you kind of enjoy them all over again then too.
In Vermilion, Julie Matthews, NewsHour.
And our thank you goes out to the Lloydminster Archives, who make looking back a lot easier and a lot simple on their website. BioClean Disaster Services is committed, certified, reliable, and will help get your life back. 1-833-246-8326. Fire, flood, any kind of disaster, you want to call the local experts, and that's BioClean Disaster Services. And BioClean is not only your local restoration company, they're also your largest restoration company, and they will take care of your property, take care of your home, your business, and they will take care of your belongings. But more than anything, what BioClean Disaster Services does well is take care of you and your family. 1-833-246-8326. We'll take a break. And when we come back, we're going to hear from these three talented ladies, well, four, Kathryn, from Center Stage Studios, who are off to a big competition in Saskatoon this weekend. We'll get the details in just a moment.
At CK McKean Roofing, they understand what it took to put that roof over your head for your family. With over 20 years of experience under their belt, they strive to show you that with their workmanship and their integrity. Not all roofing companies are created equal, and that's why CK McKean Roofing encourages you to focus on your most important investments, your home and your family. CK McKean Roofing. Roofers do it on top.
At Diamond 7 Meats, we work with local farm families to provide a high-quality product and a great selection for you. Try our mouth-watering smokies, pulled pork, roast beef, and more, made pure and natural with no additives or fillers. We offer custom processing, and our experienced team works for you to provide a selection of sausage, burgers, and jerkies made to your specifications. Take your grilling to the next level with a Yoder smoker. Complete the grilling experience with a Canadian-made, award-winning line of House of Q barbecue sauces. We're locally owned and operated, and we look forward to seeing you today.
At Lloydminster and District Co-op, membership matters more. Because being part of a co-op means you're connected to something bigger than yourself. From long-held legacy by those who built our communities, to people you call family, friends, and neighbors. When you're a Lloyd Co-op member, you're an owner in a local business that prides itself on purpose alongside profit. You earn cash back. You help support causes that matter most, and you're building a better way of life for the next generation. Membership matters more.
Welcome to Wellings of Lloydminster and a community of ageless explorers. At Wellings, age is but a number and adventure is always part of the day. Come experience care, freedom living at Wellings of Lloydminster, where adults 55 plus enjoy a vibrant, stress-free way of life with a whole lot of fun. Stop in and say hello to their new general manager, Nicole, on the Alberta side at 7211 72nd Avenue. And visit wellingsoflloydminster.com for more information. Wellings of Lloydminster, care, freedom living starts here. Well, I want to introduce you to our guests today who are off to the Canada West Performing Arts Competition later this week in Saskatoon. First off, we have Kathryn Edwards with Center Stage Studios. Thanks for lining this up again, Kathryn. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Kadence Trachuk is here and making her second appearance. And we have Lola Hickman here. And Natalie Simmons is here. Simons is here right beside me as well. So, ladies, we really do appreciate you giving us some of your time today. Kathryn was saying she's off immediately afterwards to go see The Lion King.
I am.
Yeah.
Third time.
Yeah.
not this time, but I've seen it 3 times in my life, I guess.
So let's start with what the Canada West Performing Arts Competition is. And it was in Victoria last year. I remember you guys coming to see me. Not so far to go this year. If I was a student, I'd be disappointed. It's only in Saskatoon this year, but tell us what it is.
So what the Canada West competition is it's an extension of the Saskatchewan Music Festival as well. So these 3 young ladies, how they get there is we have our local music festival, and there's a specific category that they enter in. And so what it entails is they have to prepare, they have a maximum of 15 minutes that they can prepare for their program. So it's, for Natalie and Kadence, it was musical theater pieces. For Lola, she's actually going for speech arts, so which is something kind of new, even I think for us this year, just kind of exploring, which was really fun. So they prepare that here. And then it's the top 2 that from Lloydminster that then advance on to the provincial competition in, well, this year it was in Saskatoon as well. No, it was in Regina, that's right. So then they compete against all of the people from their local festivals at the provincial level. And I think that, well, I guess it varies depending on the class that they're in, but then the top 3 from the province then go and represent Team Saskatchewan at the Canada West competition. So it involves competing against people from not only within the province still, but also Alberta and BC as well. So, and each there, like you said, they rotate who is the host province. So this year is Saskatchewan. So yeah, it's in Saskatoon.
Being that it is closer, does that allow family? Are they allowed to go watch?
Yeah. Like last year, I couldn't make the trip out to Victoria. I was very close to going, but didn't, and I was kind of sad about that. So, and I know, like you know, for these guys and their families, it's much closer and easier to, you know, go and watch and, you know, drive up for the day or whatever and come back. And even for these guys too, I think, you know, like they were out in Victoria, like I know Kadence was out there for a few days, made a holiday of it, and Lola as well, because she went with Ruby. But so it's nice that family can come and watch this time around, and yeah.
Well, let's get to know these 3 ladies. So Kadence, give us your background on in theater.
So I've been doing theater for a long time. I started it was when we did Wizard of Oz, and I kind of built off from there, you know. I was already in like vocal lessons and vocal training, and then I began doing music festival when I hit grade 1, and then I just like kept doing it, and then once I was able to qualify for provincials, I think it was grade 5, that's when I started, you know, like going to provincials and kind of going from there. But I've been doing theater for a long time now, and same thing with festival.
What got you interested in it?
Well, I've always just kind of had a passion for like singing and just like everything that has to do with theater, you know, the acting, the singing, the dancing. I've always had a passion for it, but I began doing dance when I was super young. But then I realized like theater is a thing, and it has like all the 3 things that I love to do. So then I was like, why not join theater?
Was it what you expected it to be?
It was it was just like, the second I joined it, I knew that it was like my passion. Like, it was just like, I was really young, but it was like what I knew I wanted to do.
And Lola, for you, how did you get involved with theater?
Well, both my sisters did voice lessons before me, so then I started doing voice lessons for like a year before I started doing musical theater. And I started in Wizard of Oz doing musical theater, and yeah, it's just really fun. And then I started doing provincials and that stuff, I think only like a couple years ago, but I always did music festival. I just didn't enter in provincials. But
So you kind of knew what it was going to be like
Yeah.
because you'd watched your sisters do it.
Mhm.
So you would have the advantage on them because you'd be kind of watching what they're doing and
Yeah.
practicing in the background, right?
Mhm.
Does that feel like more pressure on you, though, when it comes to competitions like this?
Not really. No, not really, I guess.
Natalie, let's find out a little bit about you. How did you get involved in theater?
I started theater with Wizard of Oz as well in grade 2 when I moved here, and then I did voice lessons at the same time at the college. And I just really loved the singing part and the acting, and it was really fun with all my friends to do the acting, singing, and dancing.
When did you say, you know what, I can do that? Like, was there a certain point where you saw something or you watched something and you said, you know what, I think I can do that?
When I was little, we would watch the performances. The one I remember watching was The Lion King when my cousins were in it.
So, Kathryn, they all mentioned Wizard of Oz. Do you see a class come along or something like that and you go, wow, I got lots of talent in this room? Because obviously you did.
Yeah, like it's...
Or does that happen every year? I'll get you to turn the mic just a little bit.
You know what? It happens every year, and what's really exciting is each year the talent just builds and builds, and you know the community involvement and the kids that want to be involved, you know, they come in. And I know I've said this before, but their work ethic at such a young age is so impressive. And, you know, like I always tell these guys, I'm like, I'll bring as much to the table as you guys bring. And they keep me on my toes because they're working hard. So I'm, you know, always trying to find, you know, like new rep and stuff for them. Like they know the parents can attest to this, but I'll like send them texts and stuff like randomly at, I don't know, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, hey, I just heard this song. You should have a listen to it and put it on, like, you know, Kadence or Natalie or Lola's list, or, you know, like, so it's really fun. I feel like a real collaborative effort, not just with the students as well, but even with the parents too. They'll send me song ideas too. And what do you think? So it's just really cool to have that kind of collaboration with everybody, and obviously you know, you see the success with these guys and what they're achieving, and that's just really exciting to see.
Kadence, do you have a favorite part that you've played?
Like from like theater
Yeah.
or from festival?
Well, either or.
Ooh, that's tough. I would say from like center stage musical theater, I would probably say Olaf was my favorite, because I just have so many memories with Frozen, and it was just like, I loved like the work that I had to put into it. Like, it was all just like so much fun, you know, having the big puppet and like just everybody. That was a work in progress, but it turned out great.
Puppet.
Yeah. But everybody was like everybody was so on track, and they still are. I love it so much.
It must be great when you come out and you hear everybody, like right away they react to that character.
Oh yeah. Olaf was really fun to play because it was so like comedic, and you'd get a lot of laughs for it, and I really love feeding off of the audience, you know, like getting to like hear the audience's laughter and just want to like keep performing.
Lola, how about you?
Probably in Finding Nemo, I was Gurgle, because that was like my first kind of big role that I got. And yeah, it was just really fun to play because it was something different because he was like a major germaphobe and stuff. So yeah.
How nervous were you the night before you did your first performance?
Actually, I wasn't that nervous, surprisingly, but yeah, it wasn't actually that bad.
So you didn't have trouble sleeping?
No.
Do you have trouble sleeping at Christmas?
Yeah.
No. Just checking, just seeing those nerves. Natalie, how about you? Tell us about your favorite character.
My favorite character was probably in Frozen as well when I was young Elsa. It was one of my first big roles, and it was really fun to see like all the little kids like just love like see the magic and stuff, and it was really fun.
Do you get nervous before a performance?
No,
You don't get butterflies or anything?
not really.
Nothing at all?
I get more excited than nervous.
Wow. Keep doing what you're doing then, because I get nervous doing this show. So let's get into some of the performances. Ruby, you're doing, did you say speech?
Yeah, so Lola's doing.
Lola's doing speech. Sorry.
Too many Hickmans for you.
Too many Hickmans, yeah. But Lola, you're doing speech. What is that?
Well, basically, you perform a poem or like a monologue from a book, like a piece of a book.
Does it have to be a certain length?
No. But, yeah, no, it doesn't have to be a certain length.
So what did you choose?
I'm doing The Paper Bag Princess by Robert Munsch and The Last M&M Samurai by Joseph Arnone and The Little Red Riding Hood and the Wolf by Roald Dahl.
You're doing 3?
Mm-hmm.
So you do them all at once? Like
Yeah.
you go out and do them back to back to back?
Mm-hmm.
And just you on stage? Nobody else on stage?
No.
You're not nervous?
No. Well, actually, for doing it by myself, I'm a bit more nervous than doing it with a group. But yeah.
So Lola, Kathryn said, these girls have the work ethic. They do the work ethic. How often, how have you been preparing for this?
Usually I practice once a day, and my mom watches me and gives me tips to how to improve it and just make it even more even better every time.
Just once a day, but how long does that take?
It kind of depends because usually I do my whole program or whatever, and then we go through each one again, and then I do each one then I do my program again. So I don't know how long it would take.
You love doing it though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kadence, how about for you? What are you doing this year at the Canada West?
So I'm doing Musical Theatre Canada West, which is all of my musical theatre songs back to back. So I have 4 songs, Giants in the Sky from Into the Woods, then I have Snoopy from You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, and Morning Person from Shrek the Musical, and then Home from Beetlejuice. And it's just a whole bunch of different songs from the shows back to back. And it's really fun. I really enjoy doing Canada West because you get to show all the different characters that I can be and be different characters every single time, but still not leave the stage.
That is a real good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's what, Kathryn, 3 performances. Back to back to back.
It's the Canada West competition is a little bit more intense that way because it is a program that they're supposed to present, and so they're doing basically 4 different characters or 3, depending on what they're performing. But there's a few costume changes in between, so they have to do quick costume changes. Switch characters on the fly, and they have to do it under 15 minutes. So if they go over 15 minutes, and that includes they have to introduce their songs and everything, if they go over the 15 minutes, they get disqualified. So it's sometimes we sit there with our stopwatch and we time it, and there's been years where it gets a little bit close and we're holding our breath, but it always works out. So yeah.
Natalie, what are you doing this year?
I'm doing the Musical Theatre Canada West, same as Kadence, and my songs are Good Girl Winnie Foster from Tuck Everlasting, Different from Honk, Quiet from Matilda, and Once More I Can See from Wonderland.
And do any of you have a lot of family coming to watch?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, quite a bit.
Does that relax you or make you more nervous?
For me, I get like a little bit nervous, but I have like my main group that like comes like every year, so I'm very like used to them watching. Same thing with like my mom, like she practices with me, so it's not like that nerve-wracking for, especially because they kind of like, the audience feeds you basically in a way, you know, so like if they're clapping, then you have like more adrenaline to, you know, keep singing.
When you walk on stage, is there a point where you know you've got this? Like, and I'll ask any of you can answer, but is there a point where you do start to relax, where you're, because I imagine like when you're playing Olaf, you come out, people start to laugh, that kind of relaxes you a little bit, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, like I'm pretty nervous off stage. Like off stage I get nervous, but once I step on stage, it like leaves me like entirely, and I'm just like so happy to be there.
Yeah, it's such a different thing to do this rather than, like, it would be such a team thing when you're working with Center Stage Studios, and now to go completely individual. Does your mind turn, like, do you get to a point where, okay, you guys are done Nemo, I can concentrate on this, or I'm done this, now I concentrate on Canada West? How long are you ladies been working towards this point?
I would say I kind of work at it all at once. Like, I practice my lines one day, and then I'm just like, also, after I practice my lines, I then go on to practicing my music fest, because it's all kind of near like the same time, so you kind of have to practice all at once, but like, it doesn't stress me out too much, because I know like that I enjoy doing it, and it's like what I put all my all into, basically, so yeah.
How about for you ladies?
Usually,
When do you flick that switch and go, I'm an individual now?
usually I like do all of it at the same time, like Kadence, but like, yeah, usually I do it all at the same time, but then once Nemo or like whatever performance is done, then I really like focus all of my energy on that, on like Canada West or whatever.
Do you want to answer that, Natalie?
It's the same as Lola. I do it all at once, and then as soon as the show is over, it's all my focus on my music festival.
So when you walk off that stage in Saskatoon, do you automatically forget everything you've been, like, you're doing 4 songs, like, do you automatically go, okay, I never have to worry about those again?
For me,
Is
no,
there
I still
is there
remember.
a relief?
Well, there's a relief in some ways, but I get like kind of sad in a way that it's all over, because it's like so much practicing and like excitement building up to the moment, and then when you get there and it's just over, it's kind of like, oh, you know, like it's all over. But I mean, I still remember my songs from like years ago, so it's never really leaves me, you know.
So Kate, what do you hope to do with musical theater?
Well, I want to like go far with it. Like I want to pursue it. It's like my passion. I've always like really loved it. So in the future, I want to like pursue it and just like go farther with it, you know?
Lola, how about you? It's in your family, that's for sure.
I don't really know yet what I want to do, because like I might want to pursue it, but like I'm not sure yet, I guess.
Yeah, you're a little bit younger, right? Yeah, how about you, Natalie?
I don't know what I'm going to do with it.
Kathryn, I want to ask you about the Victuba Theatre, what that's meant to Lloydminster. It seems like it's we hear more, we see more of students doing things like this since the Victuba Theatre opened in, I think it was 2002.
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, actually, what's really cool is I remember when it opened, and I was away at university, and I came back and actually sang at the opening for it, the concerts that they did. So you know, like it's such an important venue to have in our community. We obviously use it all the time, and it's such a great facility. We have some really talented, our tech, our sound, the crew that they have there is just, they're fantastic, and they're so talented. And, for us, it allows us to really kind of up the scale of what we bring for our productions. You know, like we've had a lot of people that come from out of town that have similar programs, you know, say in like Edmonton or Saskatoon, and they have quite an advantage there that they've got a large performing arts community and facilities and opportunities there, like professional theater. And so I've you know, we've had people say that your shows are just as good as the ones in the city, and you know, part of that is because we have such a great facility that we can use, and it gives these guys a chance to, you know, go on a real stage and, you know, work with sound techs and stuff, and know sort of the ins and outs of. It prepares them if they want to do a career moving on. It gives them that opportunity. So it's a wonderful facility. It's wonderful to see performing arts growing in the community, and because it's very important, and clearly there's talent here for it. So yeah, it's just exciting to see it grow.
And for Center Stage Studios, what's going on there now, and when do you really pick up?
So we really pick up in the fall again. So I have taken a much needed hiatus of camping with my family and stuff over the summer. I kind of, you know, aside from doing, you know, a few lessons for these guys to prep them for Canada West, but yeah, we're going to hit the ground running in the fall. We've got a couple of things in the works already. Our big show is in May again, and that one's going to be Shrek Jr. this year, so we're excited for that. And yeah, we just keep working on like what we can offer to the community, and we're always looking for how we can grow and expand, and there's a lot of interest, which is fantastic, and we just keep on keeping on.
Kadence, how much pressure do you put on yourself to win at Canada West? Like,
well, I don't necessarily think of it as winning, especially when I'm like with my friends. It's kind of different. Like, I don't consider like the winning portion. It's more just like performing and getting the opportunity to perform with like an audience and like have your friends and family get to see. That's like really special for me. So like, I mean, the winning part is a bonus, but I don't think I think about it as much when I'm like with my friends and just like, you know, everyone wants to do the same thing. So
how about you, Lola?
Well, I feel like kind of like Kadence, but it's also like there's people from all over the place, so it's kind of like there's lots of people, so like if you win, that's like amazing, but also if you don't, it's okay, because it's like the experience is like what counts, I guess.
And Natalie, have you put some pressure on yourself?
No, I like doing it with my friends and watching other people do it, because it's nice. It's cool to see different people's perspectives on their songs that they do, and just being there is amazing, and the experience is great.
Kathryn, how do we keep up to date on what happens on the weekend?
So we'll probably put some stuff on our social media as far as, you know, how things go, and you know, they unfortunately it's not, they don't video record it or anything like that, so that's unfortunate, but yeah, we'll post, keep you guys posted on our social media and that kind of thing. And so yeah, it's really cool, because, you know, they talk about being friends and stuff, and what's really cool for, I guess, for the studio as well is this is actually the second year in a row. So when they compete in Saskatchewan, I think there's like there's quite a few performances, sometimes like upwards of like 9 or 10 kids, and there's only 3 that they select. This is actually the second year in a row that 2 of the 3 have been Center Stage students, so students of mine, which is really cool. So like, you know, like seeing a couple of my students advance in some of these classes is really, it's a really cool accomplishment. So, and really shows just their hard work and dedication.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you for being here, and good luck. Break a leg, as you say.
Thank you. Yeah.
Absolutely. So we will take a break, and when we come back, Verna Haight is here from a Lower Area Brain Injury Society. We're going to find out about their Bones Tournament.
How can you help support the oil and gas industry and jobs in Western Canada? The answer is closer than you think. Sell your scrap metals to PWM Steel. PWM sells scrap iron to Evraz, located in Regina.
Evraz's #1 customer is the energy sector, building pipes and plates for the oil and gas industry. PWM Steel is your locally owned metal recycler and steel service center in the area. Plus, they're a strong supporter of the community. PWM Steel, your top steel supplier for Alberta and Saskatchewan for 40 years.
At Jason Arden Associates Cooperators, we're proud to be a top-rated local insurance company that offers flexible solutions and expert advice for all your insurance and investment needs. We'll work with you to tailor your insurance specific to your needs, and we offer investment advice that always puts you first. At Cooperators, one of our core values is to give back to the communities that we live in. Thanks to the support of our clients in Lloydminster and area, in 2023, Jason Arden Associates has donated $40,000 to local nonprofits, charities, students, athletes, and other special events. How does your insurance company support our community?
I'm Brian Zinchuk of PipelineOnline.ca. I used to be a pipeliner, and I've spent the last 15 years reporting on energy in Saskatchewan. PipelineOnline.ca provides comprehensive coverage of light oil, heavy oil, lithium, helium, power production including coal, wind, solar, geothermal, natural gas, and nuclear. There's a lot happening in Saskatchewan's energy sector, and Pipeline Online is there for all of it. No one else comes even close.
It's more than just taxes at LNA CPA. Assurance, accounting, retirement planning, estate planning, business consulting, financial consulting, farm program support, and bookkeeping. But yes, there is always taxes. The team at LNA CPA is committed to helping you achieve your best results and will be there to assist you every step of the way. LNA CPA, with offices in Provost, Vermilion, and Lloydminster.
Welcome back inside the new Lloydminster Nissan, where once again we remind you you can get 0% financing to get into a beautiful Nissan Kicks, Sentra, or Rogue. And the service department here at the new Lloydminster Nissan is open on Saturdays for oil changes and for tire work, and that's from 9 to 1. We're excited to have Verna Haight join us from LABIS. It's been a while.
It has.
So how's the summer going at LABIS?
It is going fantastic. Yeah, we took in the amazing parade this year. That was always fun and everything. So yeah, we're plugging along.
And one of the big fundraisers for LABIS is the Bones Tournament, which is coming up in August, and August the 16th.
23rd.
Why did I have this?
Because we did have it on August 16th, but then we found out Lori Craven is the same weekend. So we don't want to interfere with Lori Craven, and a lot of people go to that. So we moved it back to the 23rd, and so that we can all be at different occasions.
How popular is this Bones Tournament?
It's growing. It's definitely growing. I've noticed other Bones tournaments popping up, so we must be doing something right because other people are interested in doing it. It's such a fun game.
How did you guys get started in it?
Well, our old executive director, Michelle Neufeld, she is from Macklin. And of course, that is where Bones or Bunnocks is originated from. And she just said, you know what, we should try this. Yeah. And it's been great.
And how many years ago was that?
We are going on year 6.
Okay, so that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And it's always been in Kitscoty, has it not?
It has, yeah. We did try a couple years here in town. Our first one was actually inside a building. That was interesting because I don't know if you've ever played the game, but you throw these bones and going up against walls and that, we had to put mats up and it was interesting. So we moved it outside after that.
So is it one day?
It is a one-day event.
This year, August 23rd.
August 23rd. Registration, you come in, you check in your team at 9 a.m. and we'll start games at 10 a.m. Hopefully we're done by 6, 7 o'clock.
So registration takes place that morning, but you're looking to make sure you have the teams, right?
Yes. So, yes, you can register your team by coming into LABIS, talking with us. You can call us. You can email us. Get a hold of us any way you can, and we'll put you in a team.
How many teams are you looking for?
I believe we're doing 32 max.
32 max?
32 max, and it's $125 a team.
And how are you doing for team entries?
Well, we contacted previous teams, and of course, we have the ones that are on board every year. They're so much fun. They come and they just make the day. So we have about 7 or 8, but we've only just started. So as we get closer, I would imagine we'll hit some more.
What's that day like?
That day is just a day full of laughter, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, we go out, we get the courts set up and everything, but when the teams start coming, all you hear is the good natured fun of it and the ribbing and the jokes and trying to get them to say who's going to win. And it's a good day. We set up the courts, we get the teams ready, they check to see what times they play, and off they go.
How much experience do you have to have in this game to enter?
Absolutely nothing. I played last year because we were short a team, so I threw together a team. I think we did not too bad, but trophy, no. But
what do you need for equipment?
Nothing.
You supply it all?
We have all the teams or the bone sets, and they're all set up. You come out and you just got to have your throwing arm.
And how big are those teams?
Four people per team.
A minimum 4, so you can switch off.
Yes, and it doesn't matter if they're young, old, women, men, switch it up, do whatever.
Best thing to do is just stop in and see or give you a call.
Absolutely. Yeah, call us at 306-825-7212.
What else is going on for LABIS?
Oh, summertime is busy. We have pancake breakfast coming up August 9th at Maria Days.
Oh, yeah, Maria's Days is coming up. And you guys do the pancake breakfast there. That's right.
They are amazing. They asked us to come on board this year, so of course we said yes. And yeah, it's going to be a fun morning as always. We have them singing in the kitchens, and yeah, it's the only time I get to go in the back of a restaurant kitchen, allowed to go back there anyhow.
Well, it'll be a brand new one because they're renovating. So.
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah.
Am I forgetting anything, Verna?
No, I just want to shout out to North Shore Promotions. They are doing our Bones gear this year, and wow, what an amazing design Danielle made up for us, and it's going to be great. So make sure you get your Bones gear when you're out there. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, we have a ball tournament coming up too.
That's in September, right?
September 12th, 13th, and 14th. We will be, this year we're doing it out at Lashburn. Kit Scotty is unfortunately redoing their diamonds, so we couldn't rent their space, but Lashburn has been amazing with donating their diamonds to us. So
how many teams are you looking for there?
That is 16 teams max for that one. We like to keep things just small and personal and have more fun that way.
That's, and same way to get involved is just contact LABIS.
Just contact LABIS, yeah.
And do you have room in that? Because I know that...
Well, we haven't quite opened up registration yet. Okay. We have had a couple teams sneak in and say, hey, when you do, we want our teams in. But yeah, we'll get there. We're opening it up at the end of the month. So if you have a ball team ready for that, give us a call then.
Keep that in mind.
Absolutely.
Need a few more players per team, but...
That's right. Maybe Nissan needs to put you as the pitcher, hey?
Yeah, maybe. Thanks, Verna. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Gert.
And we'll be back with you tomorrow. Extreme Indian Relay Racing is coming to Lloydminster, along with the RCMP Musical Ride. And that's coming up this Saturday and Sunday already at the Lloyd Exhibition. And General Manager Jackie Tomeyer will join us tomorrow morning with details. And Justin Proshishin from K&L Electric, I think I murdered that name, will join us to talk about their $5,000 community giveaway that they're doing as well. So that's tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock here at the new Lloydminster Nissan.